All right, let's talk about something that pretty much all of us have felt, but we hardly ever say out loud. We're going to get into the psychology of being the second choice. You know, that quiet little sting you feel when you realize you weren't the first person someone thought of? Let's really get to the bottom of it.
I mean, seriously, take a second. Have you ever had that feeling like you're the person they call, but only after their other plans fell through? That you're the reliable one, the available one, but maybe not the first one they hoped for? It's this weirdly universal feeling, and honestly, it goes a lot deeper than just being disappointed.
Wow. This quote it captures it so perfectly. It's not some big, dramatic explosion. It's a quiet kind of heartbreak. It's that slow burn realization that you might be valued more for your convenience than for your actual presence. And listen, if this is hitting home for you, you are so not alone in feeling this way.
Okay, so first things first, let's just break down what this feeling actually is. We're going to unpack the emotional weight of what it means to feel like an option instead of a priority. Because you know what? Understanding it is the absolute first step to moving past it.
And here is the absolute key. This isn't the same as outright rejection. A rejection is a clear no. It stings, for sure, but you know where you stand. Being the second choice is something else entirely. It's not a no, it's a you, but maybe later. It's about being placed on a ladder, and that feeling of being ranked can honestly feel so much worse than just being told no from the start.
Now let's get into the science of this, because this is where things get really interesting. See, our first instinct when this happens is to ask, what's wrong with me? But the psychology of choice tells a completely different story. It's almost never about you, it's actually about the weird, efficient, and sometimes kind of lazy ways our brains make decisions.
You see, we love to think that all our choices are super rational and well thought out, but they're not even close. Most of the time, our brains are using what are called heuristics. Just think of them as mental shortcuts, or little rules of thumb. They're what allow us to make thousands of decisions every single day without our brains just short-circuiting.
And these shortcuts absolutely apply to our social lives. Let's look at 3 big ones. First, there's the availability heuristic. Someone might just call the friend whose name pops into their head first. It's not about who their best friend is, it's about who's top of mind. Then you've got social proof. We tend to gravitate towards people who already seem popular or well-liked by others. And third, and this is a huge one, effort minimization. A friend might invite the person who lives closest simply because it's easier. Now, what do all of these have in common? None of them, not a single one, is about your worth as a person.
This really gets to the heart of it, doesn't it? The myth we tell ourselves is that being chosen second is some deep judgment on our value. But the reality? The truth is, it's almost always just a reflection of circumstance or someone else's mental shortcut. The first choice is so rarely the best choice. A lot of the time, it's just the easiest one.
So let's talk about how this builds up. Because feeling this way over and over again, well, it's not harmless. It might seem like a small thing in the moment, but over time it can quietly start to shape how we see ourselves, our confidence, and even how we show up in the world.
I mean, when you constantly feel like the backup plan, it just starts to wear you down. You can see here a huge impact is on self-esteem. You might start to actually believe you aren't first-choice material. And that can lead to things like people-pleasing, trying to earn your spot, or it can make you super hesitant to form new friendships because you're just afraid you're going to be overlooked again.
And this really sums up the biggest shift that happens inside you. Instead of actively going out there seeking connections where you feel amazing and valued, you find yourself playing defense. Your goal isn't to thrive anymore. It becomes just about avoiding the pain of not being chosen. You're playing not to lose instead of playing to win.
Okay, so the big question, how do we break this cycle? Well, it all starts with a really powerful shift in how we think. We have to stop seeing our social lives as some kind of ranking, like a hierarchy, and start seeing it as a landscape of different fits.
Let's just get one thing straight right now. The goal is not to become everyone's number one. That is an exhausting and impossible game to play. Trying to compete for the top spot on someone else's list, it puts all the power in their hands and just sets you up for disappointment.
Now, the goal is something so much better. It's about being the right one. Think about it like a key. A key isn't better than another key. It's just the right one for a specific lock. And it's the same with you. You are the absolute perfect person for a specific kind of conversation, or a specific kind of adventure, or a specific kind of support. This is about fit, not rank.
And this quote just nails it, doesn't it? The whole idea of a single best choice is a total myth.
There are only right choices, these little moments where need and circumstance just click into place perfectly. Sometimes you're going to be that perfect fit for someone, and other times someone else will be. It's a dynamic dance, not a competition.
So where do we go from here? Now that we've kind of reframed this whole problem, what does this new perspective actually look like in action? Well, it's all about taking your power back. It really comes down to this: embracing your niche. What are you uniquely good at? Are you an incredible listener? Are you a genius at planning trips? Are you hilarious? Instead of trying to be everything to everyone, go find the people and the situations that desperately need your specific strengths. And that last point there, that's the whole game. Shift your focus away from waiting around to be chosen and start actively choosing where you belong. And that really brings us to the final thought I want to leave you with. We spend so much time and energy trying to get picked, trying to be first. But what if that's the wrong goal entirely? What if being chosen isn't the prize? What if the real prize is choosing yourself and then finding the people and the places that feel like home? What if it's about belonging, not ranking? That's something to think about.